Hello. As you can see in front of me, I've got a lot of springbanks in front of me. Springbank. Got to be my favourite dram. Got to be my favourite whisky. But there's so many of them. What's so special at Springbank for me? Well, sales wise, they're not even in the top 50. But quality wise, and talk to the whisky geeks, everybody will mention Springbank. It's 110 hours fermentation. It's distilled 2.5 times. I'd love to be able to explain it. It's quite complicated how it's done. It's quite a heavy whisky. It's just a good whisky. Everything's done from start to finish. For the maltings, the 4 maltings through the bottle is all done in the Springbank plant. It's a traditional whisky. It's old fashioned. It's just a fantastic dram. What I'm going to look at tonight, whether I can do this or no, is the cask strength 12. This comes out every year. The sad thing about Springbank as well, the collectors are starting to get their hands on this, and it's shooting up in price in second market. For me, Springbanks are for drinking. That's what they are. These are £50–60. They're now selling in the secondary market for £80–90. Springbank's going to become a Macallan. Mind you, Springbank's better than Macallan, but I'm talking about for secondary market. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Open your Springbanks, enjoy them. As you can see, that's what I do. When I finish a bottle, I put them into these 10cl bottles, and the idea is then to try them all. Now, I'm not going to open these two, they're not ready yet, but they will be getting opened. That's May 2021. This one was the 6th of the 11th, 20. This one I've opened 18th of the 1st, 1920. Cask strength, October 19. Springbank cask strength, 11th of the 12th, 18. 7th of 18. And this one is a 217 one. Now, I've not got the strength of this one. Don't know why it didn't take that, but we're going to look at them all. So we'll start with the youngest, and we'll nose them, we'll water, and we'll drink. So the first one, if you look, the colours are all slightly different. So they change them every year, and that's the beauty of this. It's a great dram. So, first one, 217. I don't know what the strength of it is. No doubt somebody will tell me. And if you do know it, please, when you ring the bell underneath and comment, tell us what it is, because I just lost it somewhere. So, slightly peated. My peats is about 15 to 20, 25 peats per million. So it's not heavy peated, but it's a heavy bodied whisky. Now, you're getting the spirit, you're definitely getting the spirit in that. Again, it'll be 50 something, it definitely will be. Slight hint of sherry, probably bourbon and sherry. This one, different colour, 18, 56.2%. It's slightly lighter than that, so that's maybe telling me there's maybe more bourbon in it or less sherry. Now, I'm not getting a nose in that. That's quite a dull nose. That's just no opening for me. But I would say there's a lot of bourbon in that. Next one, 11th, 12th, 18, 54.8. You're getting that smoke, you're getting that dunnage. There's a fustiness when you get Springbanks. They call it the Springbank funk, but it's more fusty. Now, what am I getting in that? A little bit more fruit in that one. This one, which is October 19, 57%. And that's a different nose again. I think they could be. I wonder if there's rum in that. Slightly different. And the one I'm drinking at the moment is 18th to the 1st, 1920, and the strength of that is 55.3. So maybe we knows of that one. These two, we'll get to them, and then we'll compare them with them. So on the nose, again, there's not a lot in that either. No, there's no. I wouldn't say they were great noses. I wouldn't say they're community. But what is interesting, every one of them are over 50%, and there's none of them get nose prickle. There's none of them get alcohol, spirit driven. The cask is in there, and you're not getting that alcohol burn where you get a lot of drams when you go into the high percentage ABV. Let's maybe taste the first one. Now the spirit's kicking in that one. Candy apples. That's what's hitting me with that one. But the spirit, you're not getting the spirit in the nose, but you can. And what you've got to be careful with springbanks, I find springbanks don't like water. You've got to be very careful. I've ruined many a good springbank by putting too much water in it. Next one. That's nicer. I'll put that there. That's quite nice. Nice taste. What am I getting in that? 2018, 56%. Just lovely flavour. Candy apples in that, I think. Lightly peated. And this one, that's even there's rum in that. I'm saying there's rum in that. That's a different cask for the two. They're probably, I think that one's got more bourbon. That's got more of a mix. That is definitely. I wonder what's in that. There's some sort of. That's beautiful. That's really spicy. Sweet peppers. It's sweet, but it's spicy. I really like that one. That's. So it's that one, that one, that one. Next one. Springbank 12, 19, October 19, 57%. That's even stronger again. But again, you're not getting any prickle. Oh, sherry in that. It's a nicer mouthfeel as well. So they two I really like. I like them all, but they two seem to be a bit better. The one that I'm drinking at the moment is this. 55.3. That's softer. So I say I've got that down to there. That's the one I'm on at the moment. It's hard to describe it. They're spicy, they're funky, they're just good whiskies. Cracking sipping whiskies, but no for the beginner, definitely no for the beginner. So if we just take that back a bit and we try a spot of water. Now, as I say, they're high ABV and normally you can take, but I just don't like putting a lot of water in springbanks. I'm just going, whoops. Not too much in that. Let's see what that does to them. Now that was my two favourites. at the moment, and I'm going to look at this one. That's more tropical. That brings out the flavours. Really, really nice. So that's better, with just a bit of water in it. I don't know the ABV in that is. That's cask 2017. Softer in the nose. Let's see if we can see the different colours. They're a wee bit, that one's a wee bit darker. Oops, don't want to spill that. That's more delicate. See, that's sticking out with the water now. That's just very hard to judge them. I don't know whether I'm taking too much on trying this. I'm going to do the 18s in a couple of weeks, and there'll be a massive difference in them, but they're all pretty close, but they are slight differences. I wish you had people like Ronnie Grant on here, because he's got a great nose, especially for Springbank. Well, maybe look at this one. That's softer again. Now, that is definitely for me the better drinker. It's a bit harsh. I seem to be going with number 3 all the time, and that's cask strength 54.8, the 11th to the 12th 18 that come out. That to me, that's all I've got left, so I'll keep that for a rainy day. Next one, October 19. The mouthfeel is great. They're very, very similar. They're just little hints. One's a wee bit more spicy than the other. That one, I think, softer, and I like that. There's more flavour, no bite to it. I don't know. I kind of like that. It's lighter in colour. I prefer that one, and that is the 54.8, 11 to the 12th 18. The bottle I'm drinking at the moment is a 1920. And that's nice as well, more tiny. So that's the Springbanks. I really can't find a lot of difference in them, to be honest. The thing I love about Springbanks, there's no any nose prickle. They're just lovely drams, certainly no for the beginner. I don't know whether I made a good job of this one tonight, because they're very hard. Maybe I'm taking too much on. My taste buds are just all over the place here. I'm going to go away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll sit and sip these tonight and see how they go. So if you like the video, press the bell, subscribe, give me your opinion, say what you think, see if you've tasted them, if you agree with me, because I want to try and keep this going. I'm going to do 1 a week for 10 weeks, and then 2 a week, 1 every 2 weeks, and then 1 a month, and hopefully I get established. It's very slow. I need subscribers, but I want people to enjoy them. But remember, whiskey is for sharing, it's for enjoying. Be very, very careful. I mean, this is going to take me about 2 hours, maybe more, to finish these off tonight, and I'll enjoy it, and I'll try something else next week. So thanks for watching, and it's Gav Drams, and press the bell and subscribe. Thank you.